And that should be good. Okay, so welcome to today's next level Q&A session here at Inside Real Estate. As always, insiderealestate.com/webinars is where you can find the replays. If you happen to be watching this on YouTube, please smash the like button down below. Leave a comment, just say, yo, what's up or something in the comments down below if you want, or ask any questions if you're watching a replay later. But for those of you who are live, as always, just chat your questions in the chat box. I'll have a few things to start us off with, just some conversation starters, some things to get going, and then you guys can chime in, and we'll just do some Q&A today. So first thing I have to share is this video I just made, added to the Next Level members area, and I had mentioned earlier in the week that we were going to try to do a Facebook ad that directly drove traffic to the text code to get a home value report, to see if that would work. Now, one thing that might get in the way of that actually working is the fact that most people are on mobile, but I'm going to give it a shot anyway, because it has worked for foreclosure listings in the past for me. So video just stopped playing. But anyway, what I did in preparation of that was I just made this quick video. I fired up Screencast-O-Matic. I fired up my little canvas here. I'll just show you how I made the video. I have my Google Draw canvas. I found an image of two people talking to each other, and I recorded this silently for just a minute. And then I went into Screencast-O-Matic and I just added the little chat bubbles as it played, like that, right? So, so that's kind of how that video was created. There's no volume or anything. I could add music in Screencast-O-Matic if I want, but just a great tool, Screencast-O-Matic, very simple editing. You don't need anything with very high production values. And I figured I would just give this a shot. And for any of those who have Next Level access, it's in the marketing examples and templates section. You can grab this video if you want. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to try to run a video, an ad at this. We'll just use Facebook, but we could easily use YouTube or Pinterest, Twitter, whatever we want. But I'll use Facebook because it's kind of the easy one to get on first, and it has a lot of traffic. So further preparation step, if you are going to attempt this at home, would be to make sure you have a call capture code ready to go in KV Core. So here we are in KV Core. I'll go to Lead Engine, and then I'll go to my call and text capture right here. And then I've already prepared this one in the past. I've used it many times, but I have a code that I created called Home Value Report. And then the message is, hi, thanks for requesting your value report. What's the address of the property? Very simple, very simple, right? And then my call to action, bring up my notepad. I should have this memorized. I usually can memorize things, but for all these years, I haven't memorized our smart number. It's very silly, but it's going to be Home Value Report 2 727 592 5415. And for those of you who might be new or not really quite understand what I'm talking about, it's where if somebody texts this code to this number, my smart number, then they're going to get the response that is set right here. And everybody watching this, you have the ability to create an unlimited number of these custom text capture codes with KV Core. It's really cool stuff. So what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to run a digital ad that gets people to text in and interact with this. And then it's going to send the auto reply, and hopefully they reply back with their address, and we'll get them over a report. So I just wanted to get the number on the code so that I can, on the notepad here, so I can remember it as we run our ad. So let's go ahead. We've done a lot of Facebook ads this week, but let's just do one more. All right. So let's hop on back in here. Oh, by the way, the coming soon ad I did yesterday, kind of a bummer. Like, it got off to a slow start. This can happen with Facebook, but it's only gotten one landing page view for $16. That's a stinker. Sometimes it's just an anomaly, like the time of the day when you run it and the algorithm doesn't catch on. So like sometimes I'll just turn it off and turn it back on, and good things will start to happen. But sometimes it's just creative and you kind of got to reword things. Remember, I had trouble with the video yesterday and I ended up doing a static image, so I probably want to do a video. Anyway, that's a follow-up on that, but let's go ahead and create a new ad. This will only take a few minutes and then we'll get to your questions, guys. So I'm going to do a traffic ad. Could do video views. Let's do video views. There's not too much difference. The big difference is that Facebook is trying to get you the most of that objective that it can. And since in this case, we're not going to take them off site onto another page, we're just going to have them respond to the text code, the text that's in the message body of the ad. I think this is more appropriate. So It's RH video views, got to name it. Views home value report text test, right? So you just name it whatever you will. We need to pick our housing category for our special categories. Everything else here can stay the same, except I don't want to spend 100 a day on this. Let's just test it out with 10 bucks a day for a few days, see what happens. Click next. And then we will pick our geographic area, right? So I got to search. I'm just going to pick my county. The frozen tundra of Pinellas County, Florida. For those of you in Florida, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Is this not the coldest winter ever? Feels like it. Or I'm just becoming more and more a Floridian, man. Woo, it's like 61 out there or something. Look, 2 layers. Anyway, we can't really choose any other targeting options right here. Yeah, Sarasota is cold too. You're little, we probably like a degree warmer. So we'll go down here, automatic placements, we leave all this stuff the same, like so. We go here, we pick our Facebook page, real estate for sale. I don't like that one. If you can have a page that's kind of more relevant to the messaging, that's good. In most cases, we would pick our company page, but in this case, we actually have a page internally called Free Home Value Report. So that's very relevant to what I'm doing here. So I'm going to do that. And then we're going to add a video. And of course, it's going to be that video I was just showing you guys. So we need to upload that really quickly. I came prepared today, so I already had it ready to go. And I'm getting the hang here. As you guys see, sometimes I come on these things disheveled. I'm not allowing anybody to schedule me at 1:30 anymore. That's the problem. You get a meeting before a Zoom, it's bad. For anybody doing live Zooms and webinars, just a pro tip. Don't schedule anything like the half hour before because you procrastinate preparing, you know? So here you go. You can see kind of the video loaded up over on the right side. And I like this thumbnail image, right? We should really think about selling the house. It'll play like that. And then I just need to kind of add my text in. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to keep this ad copy incredibly short and simple. I am simply going to say, text home value report. And it's not case sensitive, just in case anybody's wondering. It can be like this. You see I'm doing like capitals for each word. Text home value report to this number to get your free detailed report today. Now, just a little bit of a tip, and I'm going to check on this, and I've run into this issue before. You see how home value report is actually 3 words, but I've got it, the way I entered it into the system, it's all one string. So what some people will do is they'll text home value report with spaces in between. Yes, camel case, with spaces in between. And one thing to protect yourself against that happening, because if somebody texts this without spaces, then I actually won't get the lead. It's kind of a bummer. So what you might want to do is just create the code twice. And I don't think I did that here. I'm looking to see if I did. Oh yeah, I did. Look, I've run into this. Might have been this code that I ran into before. You see, I have a second one right here all set up, right? And then another mention on these is that this will have the tag home value report assigned once I've created it. That's also good. So you can go back and see those leads later and you know what they are, so on. So I think we're about done with our ad, okay? Only thing I'll mention is that you can pick a thumbnail for the video if you want. I kind of like the thumbnail that Facebook chose there a minute ago, but just know you can click edit and change the first thumbnail that people see by clicking on thumbnail. And it does make sense to give this a little bit of thought. So I actually, in the video, I made crazy big in yellow. So crazy is one of those kind of words that pops in people's heads and might get more engagement. So so that's that. I think we're good. So I'm going to hit publish. And what we're trying to do here is we're trying to get people to see this video in stream and text that report. Now, one thing that I can do, a few other tips that you guys might try. You can add a destination. So if you want to also have a landing page that they click over to, you can do that. I don't want to do that in my case. I want to test out whether or not I get responses on just the number, but you could check this box off and add a URL that they would have to click, and then it would go over to your website to get the report. So that's an option. The other thing that I'll mention is that, as I said a minute ago, that most of these views are going to come on mobile. So you can actually, and I'm going to do it, you can actually tell Facebook, hey, I only want this to show on desktop. So I haven't done this in a while, but let's try it out. So you see under here on placements, I'm going to click manual placements. This is in the ad set level. And I think it's this show more options. They really hide this, but it's the show more options right here. And if you're watching a replay, you might have to back up or put me in slow-mo or something. But there is this place, just know, put it in the back of your head that you can tell Facebook, look, I don't want this to show on mobile devices. I thought you could. What did I do here? Somebody in the comments who's been doing this, remind me how this is done. I haven't done it in a little while, but I thought you used to, unless they took that away. You used to be able to go right here and say, no, I don't want this to, I only want this to show on desktop. And I'm not seeing the option. Things change. Maybe that's another reason why Facebook stock is going down so much. Just kidding. It's probably, I'm kidding around, guys. It's probably just me. And they've moved it, and I don't know where it is, but I'll look into that later. But you should be able to tell Facebook you only want the ads to show on desktop, but I'm not finding that. So we're going to have to go with this for now, and maybe I'll figure it out later, and I'll append in the comments in the YouTube replay of this if I figured it out. Okay. Yeah. So for now, I'm going to do only when connected to Wi-Fi. So maybe they have a little more time, or they're at home and they can kind of like put the phone down and get the number and text it. I'm worried they won't be able to text what they see there, basically. So let's not beat that dead horse too hard, and then we will go ahead and click publish. So Patricia's asking, what's the reason to do desktop mobile only? In this case, they have to take out their phone and text my call to action. That's why I'm obsessing about that. And I'm worried that if they see it on the stream, I'm holding my phone here, if they're like looking and they see it on the stream, they have to kind of memorize the number or like copy and paste it out of Facebook. It's a little hard. Where if they're sitting in front of their computer, they have the phone in hand. Everybody always has their phone in hand. Then they see it in the stream when they're browsing Facebook on a laptop. It's very easy for them to put the text in. So basically, I'm trying to save money, not waste money on mobile views. That's what I'm trying to do. But I don't know. That's an interesting thing to maybe split test. You know, I don't know how much of an impact it'll have, but that's it. That's why. Okay. So Wendy's asking, how do I find the video you're using? Yes. So in the main next level members area, if you go to the main room, some of you guys who've been around a while might notice that we have this ability now. I have kind of the navigation on the left side, which is kind of useful. And then if I go to marketing templates, I posted it as the latest one. So I have this pin post up top, and then you can just jump right over there into marketing templates. You can also go to the main dashboard. Here's this whole section here of templates, and then it's right here. And then if you want to download it, it's this little download link up top. See right up here. So you can download it and upload it to YouTube or upload it directly to Facebook. You can also, you know, load it up in your video editor and put your own text, additional text and calls to actions over it, or audio, whatever you want to do. So yours doesn't look like that. Your next level. Are you a member of Next Level, Wendy? So this is, so if you go to Marketplace, and then you go over to our coaching section, oops, up here, and then we have our Next Level Mastermind here. If you go into that, it'll go in. The website, there's no main website for it. It's just the way you get in is through KV Core like this, and you can go and launch it. Yep. So, yeah, that's that. So that's the kind of our test for today. We're trying to take a SMS-based text code call to action and generate home value report leads from it. I may also try this with a YouTube ad, but I need to go back and add some audio, I think, to this, and you know, put the actual text call to action in the video. So I may go back and try to do that before I put it on YouTube. But you can basically put this anywhere you want, you know. Now I'm hoping that people see this in stream and they give it a try. That's the test. And I will make a disclosure. I try a lot of things on these webinars that don't end up working great, but I think, you know, there's some value in just seeing the flows, and, you know, you guys can experiment on your own, and just know you got to kind of the name of kind of marketing here, in general, is just fail, 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 win, right? You get a lot of losers till you get to the winners, but with every loser, you kind of get better, just like anything else. Yep. All right. So let's see. Do we have any questions? I see one here. So Wendy's asking, how do you choose the property of the day or your property of the day? Well, there's a few ways. It's a good question. A property of the day could be any property, because any property we can kind of talk about and position in a nice light. Even if it's a dump, we can talk about how it's an opportunity to fix it up and have better cash flow. So part of our skills as real estate marketers is that, right? Puffing up a listing, whatever. So ways to come up with a property of the day. Okay, so I would say any new listing your office has, that's the low-hanging fruit, right? So, hey, property listing today, we just got this one. You could do anything with a price reduction. Doesn't even need to be drastic. So price reduction, right? So if something just had a price reduction, I know it's not happening a lot right now, but sometimes, or a price increase. I've seen a lot of those lately, right? Hey, property of the day, we had so much interest, we had to bump the price up 20 grand. Yay. So you can announce it that way. You could pick the lowest priced property in the market, lowest/highest priced. All right, so be careful there. It's a little gray on whether or not you can go grab the lowest priced property in your market right now and then market it, because you kind of need permission from the listing agent in most cases. But you could say lowest, highest price, or you could just say the lowest, highest among your inventory. Biggest, smallest house. Something that's a great investment opportunity. Back on the market. So anything that comes back on the market. So this is something you can scan, kind of like stock traders, right? They run a scan every morning. So you could scan the MLS or scan every day through this list of ideas, and it shouldn't be hard to come up with a property of the day. And then you can go off features. You can say best kitchen on the market, right? So that would be kitchen, bathroom, yard, facade, something like that. Property on the biggest lot / acreage. So yeah, that might be hopefully that's a good, place to start for inspiration, just what your property of the day might be. But it can really just be any piece of inventory that you're allowed to market. You just take the listing and talk about why it's cool. For sure. So Wendy, you're also mentioning some concerns with the values of the homes on the market reports. I share those concerns. Our team has been working on that. I wish they would work on it faster, but I think they run into limitations around the MLS data and everything else. So if you have concerns, guys, about the valuations being offered by the automated bots, right, the automatic tools, do the kind of things that you just saw me do. Don't have an automated valuation be the way that people come into your fold around getting a home valuation. Instead, offer a free report, but have them opt in, and then you control that process. You go and create something using Core Present, which is a product of ours, or whatever you're using, Cloud CMA or your MLS's CMA. If you don't like the market reports that are going out to your leads, just don't, you don't have to use them. An approach to take there would be, if you have a certain set of leads in a specific neighborhood or specific marketplace, just do a weekly update video or email about values in general with that call to action to contact you for the market report. So yeah, but there's not much I can do from my side to change the accuracy of those. And I do know it's a little bit of a struggle getting those to be more accurate. Now, what I think is going to happen, and it may mean none of us have jobs. I think what is going to happen is blockchain is going to come to the rescue here, and I'm serious. I'm not kidding around. And actually, the first NFT property being sold is right in my neighborhood here. I thought that was pretty cool. I don't know if any of you guys saw that story, but a real estate listing here in Gulfport, Florida, is going to be sold as an NFT. But I think that the actual data around valuations probably is going to take a decade or so, is going to get much more accurate and in real time. And there's probably going to be APIs we can use for that stuff, but we're just not there yet. Those are the kinds of things that blockchain fixes that nobody talks about because everybody's obsessed with the coin values with speculation. But I went off on a tangent. So Patricia's asking, so if we choose county, we don't have to do the 15 miles. Yeah, I like that hack. That is true. So you can just choose county. I find it to be very easy. And then you can just say the county name, because the county is always relevant to everybody. You know, a lot of times you're trying to advertise just one little city in the market, and you're like, oh, I can't just advertise Gulfport. I got to advertise every, you know, it's going to show to everybody around it. But if you say, hey, you know, all of Pinellas County. Now, you can also run the ad to the whole county, but call out a specific city, kind of go down into the city, and you'll attract people into that city. And the people more likely to click that probably already live in or near that city. But yeah, that's a good question. So Josh, the benefit of Next Level, there's a video here with me rambling on about it, but just a really simple tour. You know, these sessions, they were originally just designed to be members only, but we like to have them open for everybody so that they can use KV Core more effectively. But the members get the replays of these. That's just one of the things inside of Next Level. And then you have these different sections of training. So you have like our growth systems section that walks you through how to kind of build your own real estate funnels step by step. We have our marketing templates section, and we have standalone KV Core tips and tricks and tutorials. So it's kind of like content, basically. You know, training and resources, templates that you can use. So, marketing templates, and it's priced. You can do a 7-day free trial, you know, and then it starts billing at $19 a month, which, you know, it seems most people just stick with that. It's not a huge number, but you can always go in here and kind of grab these templates, for example, and use them. And it is a growing library. So, yep, that's it in a nutshell. We're hoping to do more with this eventually. It's just kind of a matter of bandwidth on our side. Right now, I'm kind of the main content creator with some help from Annalisa and Heather, but yep, that's it. Let's see. The questions. No other questions. Okay. Well, I guess the only other thing that I'll kind of mention today. Good. I see another question there. Okay. So Patricia's saying, what size is the video ad? The ideal size with Facebook, I think they have a couple of different, but I usually go to the 1280 by 720. That's the YouTube size, and it usually works well on Facebook. So in Screencast-O-Matic in particular, like if you switch to the 720 HD kind of option, it's very YouTube friendly. So yeah. Oh, good question from Christina. She's trying to set up a search to find at least one bedroom on Main, but can't figure it out. Let's see. So, and this kind of question, Christina, unfortunately, it's going to vary a lot by the market you're in, but I'll try to figure it out for where I am. So one bedroom on Main, I think, is in a lot of MLSs an option, right? Where it's a ranch. So if that is an option in your MLS, you can request our support team, just open a support and say, hey, can the MLS team start mapping in this particular field, and let them know what the field is inside of your MLS. But let me see if I can figure out how to do it by just going through the filters here. I think I've done this in the past, but I can't remember. You see all these filters here? You can actually add these to your search. Let's see. From the backend dashboard. Senior community. I don't know why my drop downs aren't working. So you can definitely, you have the one story option here, but you really would want to include 2 stories, I guess. Let's look inside. So I'll show you guys where to add those additional MLS options on the off chance that it is available to you. You just need to enable it. So if you go to website settings, WebIDX website settings, and I think if you go all the way down here to, it's at the very bottom, to popular options. I want to see if there's a master on Main bedroom on Main. So you can scroll through these. You might find that you can include these in your search by finding it here. And all of us are going to have a slightly different list to pick from here. I'm not sure what levels is. Yeah, that's the best I got though. Definitely check out this section or reach out to support. The other thing you can do is offer a list of ranch homes, 1-bedroom homes, or offer master on Main, give the 1-bedroom homes, and then when those people opt in, send an auto email that says, hey, thanks for accessing the list. I sent you all the ranches, but there's probably more with a bedroom on the Main available in the MLS. Can I set you up, from the direct source? So I guess the point I'm trying to make is that if you're using it as a lead magnet, the lead magnet content itself doesn't need to be perfect, as long as you address that right away with your follow-up. And how do you send non-fixer properties? Non-fixers. That would probably be a property condition field, right? Property condition. So I have one here that I can add. Let's see if that actually works though. It doesn't seem to be very reliable today. So try doing property conditional. Let's hope that you have an option like excellent or something. But again, with all the MLSs we work with, each one has their own set of fields. So it's definitely gonna depend on your market. So I'll scroll down here. Where's my property condition? So look right here. In my particular MLS, I'm able to choose some of these. Yeah, I don't know if it's going to filter out the fixers though. Sorry, I wish I could be more helpful, but that's kind of the path right there. So Wendy's saying, I heard that Screencast-O-Matic can be used as a bomb. Do you know if you could do these videos to send to clients? So you wouldn't use Screencast-O-Matic for that. You would just use Core Video. And then if we go into Core Video here, I'll make one. Just make a template. I get rid of my video because it'll interfere on the Zoom. Go to Advanced Editor. It's probably an easy way to get to this, but if I do Core Video, drag that in, click Add Video. You can record your screen with this. So here I am, and if I click this Record Screen option, it'll allow me to do that. Now, I'm already recording my screen for Zoom, so it's not gonna let me do it, but that's how you would do it with Core Video. So Patricia's asking about the video view ad I did earlier. Yeah, it's a video view. The benefit is that Facebook will try to show the video, the algorithm, to people who watch a lot of videos on Facebook. So you're addressing an audience who's more likely to watch a full video. I think they call a video view at least 3 or 10 seconds. I forget which one. So that's it. You're not going to see much difference doing it that way versus the text, the straight up traffic ad. But that's why I did it that way. Also, with the video view, you don't have to have a destination. So for this specific test, I want them to text and not click anywhere else. So that's why. Andy, we don't have a video example of how leads can log in and use the website to save listings. But we actually just yesterday, this came up, right? If they're logged in, they can click on their name up top, and then they can manage their searches. So you can make a video for your site. It would actually be hard for me to make I guess I could try to make one, but I don't really have any sites that are going to not have a logo or anything on it. So if you want to send them a quick video after they opt in and say, hey, by the way, you can manage your searches by clicking your name up top. And, I would say, as I said the other day, this could be a lot better, this experience. Like, we should give more of a link that they can click that's more obvious, but that is how they do it. Mark says keyword master on Main. Good one. Now I'm curious, Mark. Let's see. Let's do a search. That actually makes sense. Maybe that's how I did it past. So keywords, master. I was hoping something would pop. A lot of times keywords pop up here. But try that, yeah. And usually a pick list will come up. I think something's going on with my browser. It's just slow because I'm doing too much at the same time, but it's not loading. Pick list. Can you add these to your search alert creation page? No, I don't think they're there right now. I know that that's come up before. The team just hasn't done it. But it would be nice if there were more options on the search alerts. I'm going to go on my little diatribe about search alerts real quick. I know people, everybody wants those to be super, super accurate. We get those support requests a ton. But for my mind, the real purpose of these search alerts is just to get people to interact with you. And then once they're talking to you, you can switch them over to the main MLS search, because that's always going to be the source of truth and the most accurate data with the most filtering options for you. So, the way I look at the search alerts is, hey, I can come in here every day and I can see that people are viewing listings. And that's the purpose of the search alerts, just pull them back into my fold. And, they will ask questions about individual properties. But once I'm talking to them, I'm going to say, hey, what are you looking for? And they're going to give me some criteria that might be very narrow. At that point, I'm going to turn off the search alerts KV Core and just put them in my MLS. So I know we get a lot of frustration around wanting to add every little field and really get granular on the alerts, but it's just hard to do, with all the different MLSs we work with, and it's never 1,000% accurate. Patricia says it's main level bedroom. Yeah, it's going to be different. So definitely check, guys. Check the keywords, as Mark says, and try to see if you can add those extra fields. And in support, sometimes if the keyword, the search filter exists in your MLS, most of the time we can push it over. It's just probably not in our known list that we do for every new site. There's a group of them that we try to that touches on 99% of everything, but there's always stuff that doesn't make it. So the video again, here, I'll play it. Doesn't have any audio, but there's a request to see it. This is a very simple one, but and keep in mind, this was built knowing that people are scrolling on Facebook. The intended audience is somebody who's just scrolling through their feed, and that's it. It just looks like a conversation. I've had good success with these conversation type ads in the past, where people like to listen in on other people's conversations, I guess, but I've gotten really good results having two women talking to each other about, KV Core. We've used it internally, and that was one of my best performing ads ever. So they work, but sometimes they bomb. There it is. Thanks, Patricia. Yeah, that's good feedback. Yeah, Christina. So if, I love that bedroom on main for downsizing. And you can really just not even offer the list. You can make a landing page, and it's almost better in my opinion, but you could go build a landing page, right? And say, free detailed list of all homes in Pinellas County with a master bedroom on the main floor, because stairs suck when you're old. Just kidding. You can do that if you want, but something like that. And then your redirect URL doesn't have to be the actual list right away, or it could be a PDF report that you've downloaded from the MLS, right? It could be a link that you create in the MLS. A lot of MLSs will let you just create the link, and you could redirect to that link, or the URL could be a video of you on YouTube saying, hey, thanks for requesting the list of master bedrooms on the main floor. This is a little bit of a specialty search, right? Here, I'm talking to all you guys like I'm on video. This is a little bit of a specialty search. So I'm going to need to create that for you. I'll get that done in the next hour or two, and just watch out for an email from me. In the meantime, here's my cell number. Just text me. Let me know what you're looking for. So that would be a totally appropriate way to go there if you can't generate the list directly in KV Core. And you could just, or like I said, you could just download a PDF from the MLS or create a link and let them download that particular link now. What's cool about that is they feel like they're getting something a little more tangible and special, especially with this audience. They might want to print it out. So, give them a printable PDF and just mail it to them every week manually, if that's your niche. I'm just riffing on that one. I don't know. So Patricia's asking how I created the video. Kind of went over that in the beginning, Patricia, but really quickly, all I did was I went into my Google Canvas here. All right, so here's the steps I took. I went to images.google.com, two people talking. All right, I found them. Here, we'll get these ladies here, copy image address. I went into my Canvas. I clicked insert image by URL, entered it. Hey, I guess I'm not allowed to use that one. You can actually do your image search directly from Google Draw right here. I always forget I can do that. Two people talking, so we'll try that again. I guess Google, they didn't want me to reuse that image. And click insert. Here we go, that worked. And then to make this little talking video, I fired up my Screencast-O-Matic app. I clicked record. I put the window where I needed it to be. And then I just recorded it with no sound. I get rid of the blue around. So blah, 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 da -di -da -di -da -di -da. I can't even be talking because I'm going to just take the volume off anyway. Hit done. Hit edit video. I'm taking off the audio right there, taking off the cursor. Okay, I'm going to cut off that beginning where there was blue. And I know this looks like I know I'm moving really fast, guys. You can watch this in slow motion later, but the editing tools in Screencast-O-Matic are pretty intuitive. They have help docs that once you use them once or twice, everything I'm doing is pretty basic. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do tools, overlay. So I'll let it run a second, and then I'll go tools, overlay text. What's up, bro? All right. And then you can play with the text up here. You can control down here where that text shows up. You can actually customize your transitions and everything like that. I don't know how to get rid of that transition. I used to know how, but I was having trouble with that this morning, so I just left the transition. So what's up, bro? And then you hit play, fades out, and then I hit another one over here. Yo, mama. I don't know, something like that. So like that. And then I just hit done and save the video file. So I know that was really quick, but I don't want to bore everybody here with that. So good question about the license issues on the videos. Yeah, you can get in trouble for using the wrong ones. So, if you're going to do an image search, you can do the tools right here and do type usage rights, Creative Commons. Now, so when I click Creative Commons, and I imagine the Google search that I used in Draw, it seemed like they were the same images that are here. So I bet you they're only showing you those ones, but to be safe, you can do that. These are kind of ones you're allowed to use. Whenever I use an image in a video, it's not the right thing to say, but I know that litigious companies like Getty Images, right? I don't know if anybody on has ever been sued by them. They were suing realtors for the longest time, just mailing letters out. Hey, you use my image on your website, give me $800 and we'll settle. And I actually had a friend who did it. He paid the $800. He was so scared. And yeah, you want to watch out for copyrights. But if the image is in a video, man, I don't know. They'd really have to be looking for that. And but the right answer is, yeah, use a video, an image that you pay for, or use Creative Commons. Mark says the master remains in the options section, and I think it's gonna be different for everybody. So great, guys. Thank you again for all the questions. I think this was a pretty fun one, and I think I'll wrap it up now. We'll be back tomorrow at the same time. Tomorrow's Thursday, right? Yep, we'll be back at the same time, and definitely let me know if you test this out. I'll let you know if I get any leads from this. Go ahead, Wendy, with your last question, and then we'll cut it out. And no, guys, you guys can always reach out to support. You can always use the Facebook group. Myself, Heather, there's a bunch of members of the team are in the Facebook group. So a lot of the questions you ask on these sessions are of the nature that we could probably just answer them in the Facebook group. We can't really get this nitty gritty support stuff in there, but strategic stuff we can. So Wendy's asking how to see all the hashtags right here. Christina, no comment. I don't know the plans for scaling up the support team. I'll tell you, I'll be pretty transparent about that. You've heard of the Great Resignation and everything. It's been really hard to keep people for all companies. So if you're seeing support lags, just know some of it's that. This product is very sophisticated, so it takes us a long time to get somebody on ramped and brought in. My suggestion is that we just hire a bunch of realtors, but I don't think anybody agrees with me there. But I would love to just hire a bunch of you guys to do support because you know what to do, but I don't know what the plans are. So so to find your hashtags, the hashtags that you've created in the past can be found. I thought they were in a smart CRM. Man, we added hashtag management. I know it's in there. Whoever asked that question, Wendy. So the hashtag management is it in marketing? Yeah, okay. So if you click marketing and you go to hashtag management, we added this probably about 6 months ago or less. And there you go. All of them are right there, and then you can edit and delete them right there. Wendy, we could use Spanish speakers, Wendy. If you guys go to the career, I'm just going to bring this on. Go to the insiderealestate.com/careers, maybe. Here, and yeah, it's insiderealestate.com/careers. I'm sure we've got support team postings right here. I would love to see some of you guys apply. we have a little bit. I don't know that there's a lot of appetite for hiring actual agents. There's some conflicts that come up with that sometimes, but go ahead, check out our job openings, because we definitely need good people who know our systems right here, especially if you can code. We definitely want to talk to you. But if you can program, or if you know anybody who's a really good programmer, we're looking for somebody who does some of the stuff that I do. If you think you got the chops to do what you see me doing every day, we're definitely interested in talking to you about that. We've got some of our marketplace digital marketing growth roles going. So and we are in Utah, but everybody's remote. Well, there's a lot of people in Utah. There's people in Carlsbad, but we hire a lot of remote people. So don't let that be a something that stops you. All right, well, that took a turn. But yes, Inside Real Estate is hiring always, and check out the job postings. I'll get this replay up, and then the Facebook group is at insiderealestate.com/Facebook group for the person who asked about that. Insiderealestate.com/Facebook group, or you can search Facebook for Inside Real Estate in the group section. All right, guys, see you tomorrow. I'll get the replay up or in YouTube under Inside Real Estate.